Black leaders have not really addressed this for, I would say, three reasons. One, African American people have, I don't know how to say this nicely, but we simply, there's a trusting, there's a belief that it comes out of the strong black church that we get a leader, and if we trust that leader, that's all we have to worry about. And this is not the way the game is played politically. There's no concept of accountability for African American leaders in safe districts. That's one of the reasons. The second reason is that in some of the districts, and especially in California or even in my own, the African American representatives feel that they are in districts that are becoming predominantly highly immigrant laden. When this happened to even in Adam Clayton Powell's district in Harlem, with the Dominicans and so forth, we find in African American representatives in Brooklyn, we find immigrants from the Caribbean. We find in California a number. Maxine Waters' district, I think, is highly Hispanic, and in Texas, where I'm from, especially Sheila Jackson Lee's district, the old Mickey Leland district. Yeah, and so I think there's a fear factor there that somehow that they must represent the immigrants, legal or illegal, more than the citizens who often do not hold them accountable. And then there's the final thing, and this goes all the way back. There's this general belief there's somehow going to be this grand coalition, political progressive coalition that's going to have these immigrants that come in that's going to reinforce, the people of color thing. And this is completely at odds to the reality. Once again, it's this African American tradition of where we believe that that everything is going to be all right in the short term because by and by Jesus is going to take care of everything. It's a real belief, or the belief that we can identify with the underdog. We can identify the poor immigrants, and that's the perception that many African Americans have. But it's not the perception on the other side. They don't understand that the game is not played politically that way. One of the sad and tragic facts is that nobody really speaks for many of the grassroots, poor, less educated, working class Americans. In the Common Destiny study, which was one of the greatest studies that was done, and it became clear that no matter what the arguments are, that less skilled, less educated American workers are those most hurt by immigration. These are the ones that no one is really speaks for. No one really identifies for these folks. And for African American workers, it goes way back. And this is another one of the sad and tragic facts, is that Americans have always given and preferred benefits to immigrants over some of our own, especially our African Americans. We've done studies that go all the way back into the 1890s, where we have Frederick Douglass, W.E.B. Du Bois, Booker T. Washington lamenting this fact. The tragedy is that young people, when they see negative differentials between the African American community and the rest, have no idea that these have been strongly influenced by policy, and that immigration policy, which is currently by the non-enforcement of the laws, the labor laws, are exacerbating this fact.